Hey everybody, it's Kimberly Eichelle with Talented Television, and I am super excited. You know, I get very excited each time I get to come to you with a new episode. So, I've been on TikTok lately, which is totally new for me, and I have come across someone that you all need to meet. So, stay tuned so you can find out who my guest is. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned with me. So, if you're not on TikTok, you are missing out on some things. People kept telling me, Kim, you need to get on TikTok. And I'm looking at them like, there's no way. But I have come across some great things. And one of those things is Mr. Personality himself, Micha Brown, aka Big Hug 19. What's up, Micha?
What's up, man? It's nice to be here, and where we at? We in Las Vegas. It's nice to be here in Vegas on the Strip right now. That's where we at.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know, you're kind of two places at once, because I see Chicago in your background too.
You know what? I know I was gonna stop myself when I was saying that, but I was like, I'm gonna just roll with it because it's already coming out. But
it's already coming. It's all good. It's all good. So welcome to Talented Television. Thank you for taking time out today to join me and talk with me. You are my first TikTok guest. How about that?
Look, I'm setting the standard. They got to come with it from now on, man.
I know. And I know you're going to set this bar high. For those of you who don't know Micha, again, I call him Mr. Personality. He is on TikTok and really giving some tips and things like that, and we'll get into it, but he's also very much like a motivational speaker. So Micha, I want to get into what kind of got you to TikTok, and I'll let the people know why I started following you, but how did you get into TikTok? What brought you there?
You know what brought me into TikTok was I kept hearing everybody talk about it. I kept hearing everybody say, yo, you should do TikTok. Do you have a TikTok? I'm like, nah, I don't have a TikTok because it's already like a million other social media platforms. Like I have Instagram, and there's Facebook, and then there's Twitter. I can't remember the last time I actually sent a tweet out. I was like, I don't even know half of them functions. I don't even know how to work.
Right.
And so I heard about TikTok and I was like, this is another thing. But I went on there, and the first TikTok I ever did was with my cousin. We did some skit about like shoes or whatever, something goofy or whatever, because we were just making videos. And actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me go back. That's how it started. So me and my cousin, we do a lot of things together. We have like a production company and stuff like that too. He does comedy and he hosts and stuff like that. I host and I do music, and we just act crazy when we get around each other. And we wanted another social platform. I was like, well, you know what? We can upload it to Instagram, but then we can upload it to Facebook. I was like, what about TikTok? And we both came up with that. Well, let's just make an account. And that's actually how I ended up making it. I made it just to actually put videos on there, not knowing that they would go in the direction that it is now. So wow. That's how it came about. Yeah.
I love it. And it is going in a great direction for you. One of the things about TikTok is that even when you try to escape from there, so, I'm using my phone and I'm going back, it's going to show you more videos. You got to kind of double back and triple back to get out of there, So I came across your video one day and it caught my attention for several reasons. One, I saw your Clark Atlanta shirt, and that was one of the places, one of the schools that I had attended. So I say, oh, okay, we got something in common. But then I saw your weight loss and heard about your journey. So tell me a little bit about that.
Ever since I could remember being younger, I see pictures of me and my brother. I grew up with my brother. I have brothers and sisters, but my oldest brother, I grew up with him. It was me and him, grew up with my mom, and I see pictures of us. We were the same exact size. And then gradually, as we got older, we ate the same stuff, stayed in the same house, ate the same dinners, the same lunches. Mm-hmm. He stayed the same. My body blew up. I have no idea why my body did that to me, but I started getting older and stuff like that too. And so I started getting bigger. And I tried throughout my teen years and my early 20s and stuff like that to lose weight, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And it wasn't the fact, I figured out now later on that now that I am successful, it wasn't the fact that I couldn't do it. It was the fact that I wasn't going about it the right way. You know, when we try to do things, I noticed that you have to be in a certain mindset. You can want to do something all you want, but if you're not in a certain mindset, it's not going to happen. If you don't make up your mind to be this type of person, it's not going to happen for you. So I believe that's what it was, you know. And so early on, I had many failed attempts. I want to say 5, 6, or 7 different attempts, but it just didn't work for me. But the last time it started to work, it clicked. So what happened was my daughter, she's now 7. Well, one of my daughters anyway, is now 7, and she was getting ready to be born, and I was on the phone with her mother, and she was like, you know, our child is getting ready to be born, and I just want you to be healthy and be here for her. And it clicked. I think maybe a week and a half after that, I took all the time I wanted to. I ate all of the food I wanted to. Let me tell you, that weekend, like, I don't know if y'all know about Mellow Mushroom, but we have a Mellow Mushroom out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. I went to Mellow Mushroom. I ate pizza there. I took some pizza home. I ate garlic knots. I had breadsticks. I don't know why I had garlic knots and breadsticks. Pretty much the same thing. I had garlic knots. I had breadsticks. I had wings. I ate late night. I ate when I woke up, but I ate whatever I wanted to that weekend because in my mind, I decided, I said, hey, when it comes to Monday, I'm going to just do it. And ever since then, I've stuck with my diet. So that was the thing that actually got me over. I'm telling my 7-year-old, I'm like, you're the reason why I actually was able to stick to my diet. I couldn't do it before you. I don't think she quite understands how powerful that is for me because it's like I couldn't do it before her. But that's what made me actually stick to it. I figured out for me that it was a reason that was something beyond myself. You know, I mean, I wanted to do it for me, but it wasn't powerful enough for me to do it for me on my own at that point in my life. But once I figured out it was something that needed me more so than myself, that's when it stuck. And ever since then, it's just, I've been how I am now.
Wow. So tell the viewers who may not know who you are or may not have seen you as of yet, let them know how much weight you have lost in a matter of about 4 years, correct?
Shoot, it's actually, nope. It has been, so started before she was born. She's 7. So it's been almost about 8 years now.
Okay.
Almost about 8 years. So my heaviest weight when I got out here, so I'm from Chicago. Came out here to Clark, Atlanta, as you stated, and my heaviest weight, I want to say that, I always say 400 pounds, I just rounded up, but I want to say I was at 393 was my heaviest weight.
Wow.
And I went from 393, and my lowest weight that I got down to was 208. So I did all of that, and in between me trying to weight loss and then failing and succeeding and stuff like that, I did think about surgery. I did think about going ahead and getting a lap band and the gastric bypass. I thought about those things too. But then when I thought about it, the thing that made me not pursue it as much, because I actually, got on the internet, did research, but the thing that made me not do it is because I know that I didn't put my best foot forward. Like, if I think about it, did you actually try to eat better? Did you actually try to work out? And I didn't. And, I wanted to like exhaust all options first before I actually possibly went to that. But then when I actually was like, you know what, get up and get off your booty, go ahead and work out, go ahead and eat better, that's when it actually worked for me. So
that's when things began to change. I think that's awesome because you took a look at yourself and what you were really doing and basically asked yourself, have I given it 100%? I'm on a journey as well, and so I'm at that crossroads of what do I really want to do for myself. So your page for me has been very inspirational. I watched you the other day on your live, and I've looked at little things that you bought. So I bought my hummus and my wraps and things like that recently, just to try to get on track, so you are out there inspiring others. Did you sign up to be an inspirational singer? Look, that's what I do. Did you sign up to be an inspirational speaker? Because people are definitely watching your life now.
It's crazy. I've never, people have always told me that that's the angle that I come to when I talk or when I say certain things about stuff. And I guess I'm always taken aback by the things that people respond to, because it's just me. I feel like it's just me talking, like just as natural as I'm talking to you and saying, you know, what's going on, and you asking me these different questions. It's just as natural for me to tell you about my weight loss journey, or for me to say, hey, I know you're going through something. If you need help, I got you. If you need some advice, I'll help you out. If you were here in person and you need somebody to help train you, I can do that too. It's just so easy for me, and so I don't see that as like an inspirational type of motivational speaker. But then other people do, and they look at that and they say, hey, that's inspirational. You're like a motivational speaker. And I'm like, well, I guess I am. It's just something
Yeah.
that's always been natural for me. I always want people to feel their best, you know, regardless of what their best is. If they are somebody who's on a weight loss journey and they want to lose weight, I'll help them out. If there's just somebody that needs advice, if you're trying to figure out what shoes to pick with this outfit, like if I got an opinion, I got you. Like, yeah, that's just
Right.
how I always been, you know. So it's weird, but it's not weird, just because that's just how I've always been, you know.
Got you. Got you. Well, Micah, you've definitely been inspirational. And I guess for me, people gravitate towards realness,
Yeah.
and you seem so real and genuine when you do your videos and things like that. And you do a lot of videos. This man
Yeah.
has a job, like he said, he has children, and trying to keep himself healthy. He works out, all of those things. So you're still doing videos and still, encouraging others. And I think people are gravitating towards that just because you seem to genuinely have a heart. You come across as one of those rare gems, so I think you're just going to continue to grow. I really do.
I appreciate that. I always tell people, you know, it's amazing to me how somebody can send me a message in my inbox and tell me how I motivated them. I've never met them before. We've never met in person. You've never physically seen me, but yet I've affected your life in this type of way. I just think that is such a dope thing. It's so powerful to me, you know, and I appreciate having that ability to do so for people, you know, in whatever regards they're looking for it in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's that one on one. It's that one on one because really think about it. How many of your favorite people can you reach out to and they're actually going to reach back? I know
You
that
ain't
we have been
lying.
trying to connect and things like that. And you like, oh, I just been, responding to everybody. People don't do that. They don't respond to everyone. And you generally,
That inbox, ooh,
genuinely,
that inbox be jumping. I swear, dude.
I
Who
know
it
it
was one
does.
night I stayed up to about like two. I was up to almost like 2 in the morning responding to people, responding. So I always try to put a message out and say, hey y'all, I'm gonna get back to y'all because
Uh-huh.
it's a lot. Like I'm actually doing it myself. I don't have somebody in my inbox responding because I want people to feel as if I'm actually talking to them, and then I want to give them advice from my standpoint. But yeah, it's tough, but I mean, I appreciate the fact that people feel comfortable enough because it's hard to come to somebody and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. And I remember how that is for me, how it was.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing well. I'm not the first, you know, like whenever you hear any kind of issue with somebody, if they're going to like an AA meeting or they're going to something, the first step is admitting. But do you know how hard it is for somebody to say, hey, I'm wrong, you know, and then to come to
Exactly.
somebody else? You have to admit it to yourself first, and then you have to come to somebody else and say, hey, I've been messing up. And that's a tough step. So I don't want people to feel embarrassed about that because I remember how I felt. So I try to respond to everybody, give everybody that same feeling that, you know, I wish that I would have gotten when I was going through it
Like
myself.
I said, I was watching your live the other night, and people were asking you questions, and they started rolling in. I
Oh
had my
yeah.
own questions as well, and you were like, you know what? Just send me a message. You know what? Just send me a message. I'm like, he gonna have a million messages to respond to. But I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing that you are actually changing lives, Michael Brown. So, you told me that you're from Chicago. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing. And is that a Chicago thing? I'm Midwest too. I came from Indiana. That's where I was born in Gary. So I was down the street
Okay.
from you.
Yeah.
So tell me about that Midwest upbringing. I think we're just that type of people. We love people.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Chicago is something else, I swear. Chicago, if you're from Chicago, um, and most of the time, if you're from Chicago, you're African American. you already know what it is. If you're from the city, you already know what Jewtown is talking about. That's for one. And you already know what them Jordans is talking about. Chicago, Jewtown and Jordans, I swear that's like a big staple. And we got downtown, all of that stuff. But Chicago was cool. And my upbringing it's me, and I have several other siblings.
Okay.
I grew up with my older brother, and then I have an older sister that I mostly grew up around. And then I started with my father. My father was doing some things I hate in these streets, so I started
Uh-huh.
figuring out that I got a few other sisters that I didn't know about. And was like, oh, okay. So I started to get to know them and stuff like that too. But life in Chicago was cool. Like, even though like I was a bigger guy, like I've always had the personality that I have now. It
Hmm.
was just in a larger frame.
Yeah.
Like I was never depressed. I was never like an overweight guy who just felt as if I had to hide in the corner. I would go to a party, I would have fun, I would dance. You would like the same vibe that you get now would be that same guy that was about 400 pounds before. So like I never let that be something that like stopped me or impeded me from just being a good person. I mean, there were times that I did notice that, my weight affected me, but it's like that. I feel like now I realize that I was judged. You judged, period. So
Yeah.
regardless if I weigh 400 pounds or I weigh what I weigh now, like if I still weigh 400 pounds and you go to a cookout, I tell people this example all the time. I go to a cookout, I get a plate of food, and they'd be like, oh, you only getting that small little plate of food? Look how big you are. I know you want more. If I was going to a cookout and I get a little bit of food as myself now, they're going to be like, you only eat lettuce, you only eat grass. Like I get that all the time now,
Right.
especially since, but it's like you constantly judge. The prettiest person is judged, the not so attractive to whomever ugliest person. It's just like it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
and I figured that out early, and it kind of made things better. I just figured out that I want to be myself, period. And in high school, I did get teased. I got teased at times in high school, but it was never something that stopped me from being social. It was never something that stopped me from being like a popular guy. I played football and basketball, and
Okay.
so it was cool for me. Like I played that. I was popular because of sports, but also just because like I was that big guy, that tall guy that was like a teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
that was my thing. And so Chicago was tough. I mean, everybody knows the reputation of Chicago. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was tough, and then I wanted to do something different, and I applied to Clark Atlanta, and I didn't know if I was going to get in. I didn't know if I was going to come out here, because I just didn't know. I didn't know anybody out here, and when I applied, I was like, okay, Lord, I applied to the school. If I get in, then I'll take that as my sign to go. And I forgot to send in my admin fee. I forgot to send in my the application fee. I didn't send that in, but then they ended up sending me an acceptance letter like congratulations. I was like, oh, I'm going.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
was like,
That's awesome. It's kind
yeah.
of like the same thing with me. At that time, I was no longer in the Midwest, but I applied to Clark Atlanta, and I don't know why. It just was like, oh, that's the school I want to go to. And it's the only school that I applied to. Can you believe that?
Oh, that's
So when I
cool.
got in, I was like, oh, wow, and for me, it was different as well. I didn't end up grading from there, but it was definitely an experience and a journey that I will never forget. I still
Oh
have the
yeah.
same friends till this day. I stayed over in Pasco, so I was in a co-ed
Okay.
dorm at that time, and it was just a beautiful thing. So yeah, I think that's wonderful. I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful that you grew up in a place that was not so easy, but you were able to basically use that as a springboard and spring forth into some of the things that you wanted to do. I
Oh yeah.
also think that it's very important, Micah, that you shared that your personality was how it was before you lost weight. And again, not to say that we have so many things in common, but we do, because I'm a bubbly person. I've always been like, the one to be the life of the party, although I'm not a partier like that. But just, I enjoy life, and that's how it should be. If you
Yeah.
are overweight, it can be some days where you like, man, I would do this differently or maybe that differently. But for those out there that are watching, that are struggling with weight and things like that, love where you are. You
Yeah.
have to start there. You
Yeah.
have to
Absolutely.
love yourself. That's
Mhm.
first. And from there, because a lot of times people think when I lose weight, my life is going to totally change. No,
Yeah,
it's not.
that is very true. That's something that I found out too. If in any change that you're making, whether it is lifestyle change, whether it's eating, it has to start with you, like inside. You have to be able to motivate yourself. You can go to the gym, like, you know how some people go to the gym with partners and stuff like that, or I just need somebody to balance off with and push. That's all well and good, but maybe that person won't be available all the time. And here comes Tuesday, your time to go to the gym, typically with your partner, but they can't go. Well, what are you going to do now? You know what I'm saying? Or when that trainer's not there, when that person, that nutritionist is not available for some reason, how are you going to eat? Like, you have to be able to rely on you first. You got to get it through your head. Maybe you need some outside help, but yeah, you're right. It definitely starts with you first. I figured that out as well.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the weight loss, but I want to talk about the comical side of you. I've
Oh
seen
yeah.
these videos. You've been inspirational, and you have these goals and things that you put out for people, even exercises and things, which I think is great. But let's talk about the funny side of Micha. You are Mr. Personality for real. How do you come up with these videos and things that you share?
You know what? I have, to me, I swear I have like the weirdest personality, the goofiest personality. Like I will just see something and think of like an alternative from that. Like I'll be watching TV and it'll be something like, you know how they have the commercials all the time for these different pills and stuff that come out. Maybe something that helps with like high blood pressure, or it was a commercial that I seen a little bit ago. It's so your eyebrows can grow, and I was like,
Wow.
really? Like I didn't realize that, but like stuff like that, like I would see different things like that, and I'm like, how can I play off of that? Or something to just click in me to say like, okay, well, what if instead of that, like if instead of your eyebrows growing, maybe like a lady's like mustache should grow, but ladies don't have like I just think of something like goofy alternative, and I don't know. I've always been this way. I've always just liked having fun. When I'm around people, if we're somewhere, this is how much fun like I like to have, and I like for that to radiate to everybody. I always want everybody to have a good time, and I think that translates over into videos. If I'm somewhere at like a party and I see people that I'm with not having a good time, I feel kind of bad, because if I'm having a good time, I feel like you should be having a good time, you know, and I feel like it should always be like that. It's so much craziness that goes on like in the world and stuff like that. I feel like we all need a break. You need some kind of comedy break. You need something to just break up this seriousness, this monotony. And I can never just be like straight serious, except when it's time to be. Just even in the workout videos, if you guys go check them out, in between each workout video, what is something I always do? Is the dance,
right?
I always do, because I can never be like straight serious. It's just that's how I am, and I just love to have fun. I love to smile. I don't like to be upset. I don't like to be mad. All that stressing out, I ain't got time for that. Like I just love to enjoy myself.
I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot for a second. Let me see your best chair dance break.
My chair dance break, okay. You just got a 2-step, so you got to be cool when you chair like that.
It's like here.
That's it. It's all in the shoulders. Since you sit down, that's what you got to get. There you go.
We got our exercise on, even in this video, right? If I hit him with the shoulders or something.
Look, you working out all of that right there. You right. That. There you go.
I love it. I love it. So, Micha, there are some things that you do in the community as well. And you talked to me about the Soul Food Cipher. So tell us a little about that.
So Soul Food Cipher is an organization. We pretty much help individuals find their voices. We do that through community events. We do that through partnership events. We do that through corporate events. We are in the Cadesi schools out here. We're in the YMCAs out here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're actually around the USA. We do different things. Well, when everything is pretty much not COVID related, we have done things around the USA. We've done things a lot of places. I've been with them for almost 4 years now, and through them, I was able to perform here with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. I was the first African-American hip hop artist to do so. And so like, that was like huge, you know what I'm saying? Like they seen, you know, in me that, you know, I am a person that they felt like I could deliver what it is I need to deliver. And so I was able to do so. So what I had to do was I had to take a script that someone wrote. I'm sorry, I had to take a script, a play that someone wrote, and I had to take this play and rewrite it in my own way in hip hop. So pretty
Wow.
much like Romeo, it was kind of like a love. It was a love story, like Princess and the Frog. Is pretty much what it kind of mirrored. And so I
Okay.
pretty much had to take this story and I had to switch it up. So if a line says something like "I've always loved you from henceforth to however," I had to take it and hip hop it. And then the orchestra came up with different like scores and stuff like that I had to rap through with classical music. That was probably one of the toughest challenges I've ever been through, because here's the script that these people have written, but they want me to translate it. I
Right.
didn't get any kind of help, any kind of direction. It was just me and my mind and the script. And basically, how can I convey and say the same thing that this is saying, but in hip hop form? And then they wanted me to freestyle as well on stage in front of like 15,000 people. It was crazy. It was a lot. It was a whole
That's
lot. But it was dope. It was one of the dopest experiences I've ever had. Though. It
I
was
was
so
gonna say
cool.
that's an excellent experience to have. So
Yeah.
that means your mind is constantly going. Your
Oh
mind is
yeah.
constantly going. So when do you rest?
I don't know. I have no idea. I find some kind of time to rest is that. Then I got my family. I got my girls. Look, I have no idea when I rest. My girls are like, I'm balls of energy. If you feel like I got a lot of energy, my girls have way more than I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's that. And then trying to keep up. Social media is a whole second job. I know that y'all probably know this. If you're trying to do anything on social media, you have to keep face. You got to show yourself out there.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother job. I try to do that and maintain, but also have to take time out for my family as well, make sure everybody's good. And it's just like doing everything. I'm just trying. I've always felt like where I come from is not an extension of where it is that I want to be. And I've always felt like I've told people this from the beginning. I've always felt like I was bigger than where I currently was and where I came from. Not that I'm better than anybody, but I just always feel like I'm meant for something big. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it is going to happen. I don't know in what capacity. Something big and positive. Let me put that out there. Y'all not
Yeah.
going to see me on America's Most Wanted. We ain't
No.
doing that. We ain't nothing like that. But I've always felt like I was made for something bigger, and because of that mindset, I always have like a blind faith. Like I don't know how it's going to get done, but it has always gotten done. In any situation I've been in, it may have been tough, but I've always gotten through. And now I've not only gotten through, I've gotten through with flying colors. So because of that, I always feel like something is going to happen for me. So I don't know when, but that's how I operate. And because I operate like that, it's not a lot that I get upset about. That's why I'm always happy. Like if this is bad, I'll figure it out. And I always do. It's always been like that. So that's how I roll.
There you go. If you had a theme song for your life, what do you think it would be?
Oh man. Probably Rick Ross. Every day I'm hustling. Cause I swear
Okay.
that's what it feel like. Every day I'm always doing something. I feel like I'm doing something. Oh, it's always gonna get me closer to where it is that I know I'm gonna be at. So
There you
I'm
go.
always hustling.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, Michael, we are getting to one of my favorite parts in the show. When I bring a guest on, you all give us so much knowledge, about yourself and things like that. But I also want to learn something that I can personally take with me as well. I want you to teach me something. So if I was your student, I become your student for the day, basically.
Okay,
So, what
okay.
would you like to teach Kimberly Eichelle?
All
Now,
right.
this is on the spot, so I don't know
Okay. Cool.
what he's about to say, and that's what makes it fun for me. So, what do you have for me today?
All right. So this is what I'll do. So in accordance with the Soul Food Cipher that I'm a part of our organization, like I said, we teach individuals how to find their voices. You do this, so you already have your voice and stuff like that, which is great. We teach individuals how to rap, how to freestyle, or how to write and just do different things like that. But we also empower individuals with their words. And we just like to help the community at large. And that's one of the things that we do. That was what we're founded in. Our founders are here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so shouts out to Soul Food Cipher. So based upon that and our teachings, I'm gonna teach you how to freestyle, right? Now this, I try to teach everybody the same way. Let them know that, hey, take your time and you good. So this is what I used to do. I try to teach everybody on the same level. It's some basics that you gotta know. You know, you got you some rhythm. We don't have a beat, but it's all good because this is what you do. So easiest way if you're freestyling. My mind is really weird because some people think, and when we freestyle, it's supposed to be about stuff in the moment, right? But you can premeditate it, but as long as you premeditate it on the spot. So if we were both like, if we were sitting somewhere on that strip, like I can see a few things right now, and I can think of some things right now that I would rap about. But with you, this is what we'll do. You take two words that rhyme, okay? So you'll take two words, two lines. So you'll say, if you were to say hat and splat, okay, those will be your two words. Okay. So you can say whatever you want in between that. Just let the last word be hat for the first line, and say whatever you want at the end. Let the last word be splat, or whatever you want to. So that way you're rhyming. You can do it that way. So think of two words that you want to rhyme. Just any two words, random words.
I'm gonna go with hat and splat.
Hat and splat. Okay. All right. So you're gonna give me some lines and say whatever you want. You can say something about hat and splat, or you can just say whatever you want to. That's how you start out. So when I started out freestyling, I started out just trying to see if I can make things rhyme. I kind of got that from my musical inspiration is Biggie Smalls. Okay. He's like one of my favorite. He's like my favorite artist, my favorite hip hop artist. But I seen a video of him in the studio just freestyling and rapping. I was like, that's dope. I didn't realize people could do that, and I wanted to try it. And then ever since then, that's where music and stuff started forming for me. So what I used to do was when I used to walk home from school, I didn't have like a Walkman or something like that. I would just like rhyme stuff like B, tree, knee, see, and that's what I would do. I would say anything I wanted to as long as the last two words rhyme. So that's how I started out. It's real basic. That's how I'm gonna start you out. So say whatever you want to, blah 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 hat, and then blah 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 splat. So go ahead, give it a try. So you got hat and splat. As long as you end them last two sentences, there you go.
Okay. Sitting on my show, got on my white hat. Hoping I'm not on the Vegas Strip. Splat.
There you go. See, look. There you go. You already an MC. It don't take much. There you go. You rapping right now. We're going to book you a show. We got you.
Yes, come on, shows. You are funny. So I'm a writer. I can write some things down, but freestyle, not necessarily. Every now and then, I might
so. I'm telling you, you would think so, but like the classes that we teach, they're so fun and so engaging. And like I said, we help everybody from students to we help older people, we help younger people, we help kids. Like I have I have three daughters. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they rap and they freestyle because they see me do it so much. And I've been teaching them that. So I'm telling you, like anybody can learn. I'm telling you. You got the basics. You know the basics now. So if you somewhere, you in a cipher, you just come, you put your hand like that, because that means you're about to get busy. And you got to stay on beat. There you go. There you go. Look, don't even look at your opponents. You just letting them know right now I'm about to kill everybody in the room. That's what you do. And
Micah, I think if I'm doing this, I'm thinking like what I'm about to
See, look, they don't need to know that. They just think you get in the zone. That's what it looks like. They don't know what's going on in your head right now.
Right.
There you go.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. So tell everyone where they can find you on TikTok, your social media, things like that. And also, if they're in the Atlanta area, how they might be a part even of Soul Food Cypher.
Yes, you guys. So you guys can Google Soul Food Cypher, SoulFoodCypher. You can Google Soul Food Cypher. Our page will come up with all of our members, the different things that we do, how you guys can donate, how you guys can be a part of the events. We have the events now because of COVID-19 online. It's every Wednesday, Wordplay Wednesday, and our Sunday ciphers are every Sunday. So Wordplay Wednesday starts at 6, so it's from 6 to 8. Sundays, our ciphers are from 6 to 8 as well. Online, it's free of charge. You guys can come, you guys can view it. You can look us up on all social media platforms as Soul Food Cypher, spelled exactly how I named it. Mine, you can look me up on TikTok as Big Hug, BIGHUG 19, so Big Hug 19. I actually got that nickname from someone in Soul Food Cypher. We do this thing called nice bars. The nice bars are compliments that I just rap on the spot, and we give somebody compliments. So we'll be in audiences and they'll tell me to take a whole right side of the room and give everybody a compliment freestyling. And it's been rooms to where it's been hundreds of people, and I've went down the line and gave everybody compliments. And so everybody feels like I do that the best. And so they like, man, it's like you, when you freestyle, you just like the nicest person. It's like you giving everybody a big hug. And so that's why I came up with Big Hug 19 for my handle for TikTok. So that's why this Big Hug. But yeah, that's one of the things that I do. So yeah, Big Hug 19 on TikTok. Micha Brown, just how you guys are seeing MICAHDIOA. And that is on Instagram. And you guys can find me there, Instagram, TikTok. Inbox me, let me know what's up. Let me know what y'all need. Y'all need some help. You just want to laugh, come through, I got you.
Yes, indeed. You definitely got us. I want one more thing. I'm gonna put you on the spot one more time. If I had to freestyle, of course I can't have Big Hug on the show and him not freestyle. So let's end on a bang. What you got for us?
Well, we got, okay, all right, so this is another thing I do. So let you guys know, look, we didn't plan this. It's not rehearsed, all right? Because I didn't know I was going to freestyle. So this is what we're going to do. So since I gave you some stuff, you give me some stuff to rap about. So whatever it is that you think about, that's what I'm going to freestyle about. So y'all know I didn't write this or nothing like that.
All right. Let's see. So I'm going to give you, wow, what am I going to give you? I'm going to give you rapper. Do I have to give you 2 rhyming words or no?
Nope. You can give me words. They don't have to rhyme. I'll make them rhyme. You can give me words. You can give me subjects. You can say like a cat stuck on Hollywood Boulevard. Like you can give me whatever it is you want. That's what I got to freestyle about.
Okay, I got you. So I'm gonna give you rapper.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Kimberly Eichelle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you Chicago.
Okay.
3 random things. I don't know.
Okay, let me see. All right. Okay. All right. So rapper, y'all know that I do it well. Sitting on the show with Kimberly Eichelle. She's giving us the vibes, giving me the lines, making me freestyle with all of my lines. And what's up, y'all? With the freestyles, I'ma go. You already know the city. I'm from Chicago, and it's crazy, but Chicago's been up on the scene. Have y'all been downtown and looked at the vanilla bean or the huge bean? I'm sorry, that's a silver type of thing. Like from space when you all on that dream. And right now her background is all in Las Vegas. I went to Vegas one time, bro, and I played it. I put 20 on black and I lost my money. That was all that I gambled because I am no dummy. And I thought it was funny and I thought it was strange that they said I couldn't bet $3 in change, and that was messed up. All right, I can go on forever, so I'm going to go ahead and stop, but that's it.
Micha Brown, everybody, Big Hug 19. We gotta check you out. Everybody needs to go and check out Soul Food Cypher. Yes. Get on TikTok, follow Big Hug 19 for that inspirational vibe, that weight loss, the comedy, all of that. He has it. Man, I'm so glad that you came and dropped in on me today. This has been excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
And you made somebody smile.
I hope so. I hope I can make people smile and feel good. Just to feel good about yourself. That's worth $1 million. Even if it's not a weight loss thing, and just to be you, just to realize that you are you and you're okay with that. That's worth everything. So hopefully I can do that for people. I hope people that see that can get some inspiration. If not, just come by for a laugh. Just say what's up. I'm good with that too.
Yes, indeed. What's up? What's up? Thank you all for watching another episode of Talented Television. Again, if you would like to be on Talented Television, remember you can email me, talented television@gmail.com. Again, today our special guest was Micha Big Hug 19 Brown from Chicago, Atlanta. Check him out. Again, make sure to press that subscribe button. A lot of times, Micha, I forget to tell my people to press subscribe. But I'm giving them good content out here. I'm bringing them great shows. So make sure you subscribe. Any last words for us?
Subscribe. That's it. Subscribe, y'all. That's it.
Look at that. He a writer. Subscribe, y'all. All right. Until next time, again, thank you for watching Talented Television, and we are out. I'll talk with y'all later. Bye.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Take a swig.
Yep.
I mean, I'm on here with a TikTok guru.
You still sleep. What you mean? You got to wake up. You ain't even woke yet. You over there still in recovery from yesterday.
Well, watch me transform.
That's how it happened. Look, black people be at work, they can say whatever. When that phone ring, bam, professional. That's how it works.
Thank you for calling TikTok. This is yes. All right, here we go.